The Royal Alexandra Hospital, a grand and historic establishment, stood tall as a beacon of hope and healing in the community. Yet, beneath its distinguished exterior, there were whispers of something dark, something sinister lurking within its walls. Over the years, staff, patients, and visitors have all reported strange, unexplainable phenomena that left them trembling with fear. Flickering lights in vacant rooms, doors that would creak open on their own, and the distinct echo of footsteps in the halls, despite the fact that no one was ever there. The air would grow cold, almost suffocatingly so, in certain rooms, and shadows would seem to move just out of the corner of one's eye. These chilling events were just the beginning of the unsettling mystery that surrounded the hospital. As the years passed, the stories grew more bizarre, more terrifying. Staff members spoke of unexplained voices drifting through the corridors, faint whispers that could not be traced to any living soul. Nurses, walking down long, empty hallways, would feel the unmistakable sensation of someone following them, only to turn around and find no one there. Patients, too, were not immune to the strange occurrences. Many had reported seeing figures standing at the foot of their beds at night, their faces pale and expressionless. One patient even described the sensation of a cold hand resting on their shoulder, though when they turned, there was nothing there, only the dim, flickering lights above. The stories spread, each one more harrowing than the last, and soon, the hospital's reputation for being a place of healing was overshadowed by the terrifying tales of the supernatural that seemed to plague it. The hospital's history, long and storied as it was, seemed to be the key to understanding the darkness that lingered. Rumors of unexplained deaths and mysterious disappearances began to surface. In the early 1900s, there were several deaths that raised eyebrows, patients who had passed away under strange and suspicious circumstances. Their bodies, once examined, showed no signs of illness or injury, leaving their deaths shrouded in mystery. Some believed these deaths were just a tragic series of coincidences, but others thought they were something much darker. They whispered that the spirits of these patients had never truly left the hospital, that they were still wandering its halls, trapped in a place they never wanted to be. Among the most disturbing stories was the tale of a nurse who tragically died in the hospital during a late-night shift in the 1930s. Her death was sudden, unexpected, and wrapped in an aura of mystery. Some said she had collapsed while performing her duties, while others insisted she had been the victim of foul play. Either way, her death left a mark on the hospital, and for years afterward, people claimed to have seen her figure roaming the halls. Her ghost was said to appear in the most desolate corners of the hospital, sometimes offering assistance to patients, while other times, simply staring blankly into the void, as though lost in her own grief. Many who encountered her were left shaken to their core, the icy chill in the air growing unbearable whenever she was near. But the most terrifying incident occurred on a cold winter's night in 1975. A night shift security guard, who had been working at the hospital for years, entered the old morgue to check the premises. The morgue, cold and eerily silent, had long been abandoned. As he walked deeper into the room, he caught sight of a figure standing near the entrance. The figure was tall, clad in a hospital gown, its face obscured by shadows. At first, the guard thought it was a trick of the light, but as he drew closer, the figure remained motionless, its back turned toward him. When the guard called out, the figure didn't respond. He stepped closer, his heart pounding in his chest. That's when it happened. Without warning, the figure vanished into thin air, leaving only a faint, chilling breeze in its wake. The guard, frozen in place, felt the cold creep into his very bones. He quickly left the morgue, his mind racing. He reported the incident the next day, but the authorities dismissed it as a figment of his imagination. However, the most terrifying part of the story came later. When the guard described the figure, the staff immediately recognized it. The figure he had seen was a patient who had died in that very morgue months earlier, under suspicious circumstances, with no clear explanation for his death. The coincidence was too chilling to ignore. What was this patient doing in the morgue, long after he had died? Was it a ghost, a restless soul, still lingering within the hospital's walls? The tales of Royal Alexandra Hospital have only grown darker with time. Staff and patients continue to share stories of unsettling encounters, of things that go bump in the night, of inexplicable phenomena that defy reason. There are those who claim that the spirits of the lost souls still walk the halls, trapped in the hospital that once tried to save them. The hospital remains a place where the living and the dead seem to coexist, where the boundaries between the two worlds blur. And so, the questions remain: is the Royal Alexandra Hospital truly haunted, or is it simply a place where the echoes of the past refuse to fade? What dark secrets does it hide, waiting for the right person to uncover them? As the years go by, the chilling stories continue, each one more horrifying than the last. The Royal Alexandra Hospital stands, its walls holding the secrets of a time long past, but the terror that resides within them is very much alive.